So I am on my way to my first fertility appointment. I just left work, so I got about like an hour drive there from where I work to where my appointment is. So not that bad. So I had to leave a little extra early or whatever. But this ain't my official first appointment. I have gone in the past couple years, like the past years. I haven't gone there. It's probably been about maybe a year and a half maybe since I've seen the doctor. It's the same doctor that I always go see when we started doing it years ago. So I will let you know what happens with it. I'm probably not going to record in there only because I don't know if I can, and I'm not quite there yet. So we will see what happens. So I will keep you guys posted. Okay, so I'm back. I went to the doctor's, did all that stuff, and then I came home, changed because it's so hot. I went and got blood work. Woo. So, you guys, I forgot how scary and how much information they give you on your very first endocrinology appointment. Can I just say that? I've always taken somebody with me, but this time I decided to go by myself. And I know why now, that I had someone go with me. Because it's so much information they give you. So, let me just give you like a brief little bit. So, starting back in July, I started getting my periods regularly. Then, like every single month, like every 35 to 40 days. And, so then 2 months ago, starting in, in May? So I think it was like March, my periods would come, but they would be very, very late, like spotting, like I just need a liner and that's it. And then like I'll bleed in the morning time, but have nothing at all for the rest of the day until the next morning. And then they last kind of anywhere from like 10 to 14 days of the same thing. And I would still have like cramping and stuff like that, like a normal period. So I told this to my doctor, and I have an app on here that I use, that I track everything on. It's called Fertility Friends. Now, I'm not trying to put it out there for you guys to use. It's just something that I use. And so anyways, so I gave her my dates from starting in January until recently. And then she asked me if I've taken a pregnancy test. And I said, actually, I have. I have these little strips that I take. And I ended up taking one a couple weeks ago, and it was negative. So, and I guess pregnancy tests, we can have false negatives with PCOS. So, ultimately, she said it's very possible that this could be considered my implantation, or it's not uncommon for women with PCOS to bleed lightly when they're pregnant in the beginning stages. It's not uncommon, she said. So, who knows? I could already be pregnant. Who knows? So, she did my HCG test or whatever. And then I guess my husband has to go and have a little semen analysis done. So they gave this little bag with this and the cup with his information on it, and he just has to. Oh, she put blood on there. That's not what we're getting. We're getting semen. Hope it doesn't matter. Anyways, and then it has to. You have an hour from getting it in to getting it to the doctors, and you have to make an appointment for it. So and it has to stay warm. So he has to keep it at body temperature. So last time he did it, which was 2 years ago, he kept it in his underwear. So, until we got there, which was funny, because something's in between your husband's legs, as you're driving to the doctor's. It's kind of funny, but anyways, well, it was for me. So, I asked her what his results was 2 years ago. And I guess 2 years ago, his sperm was 30 million, which she said is good. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. This is exactly what she said. However, his mobility is kind of low. It's 44%, which is low. So mobility, for the users of those that don't know, is sperm is supposed to swim straight. My husband's sperm doesn't swim completely straight. It might swim a little sideways. So that's the best way I could describe it. 1 second. Yes, Johanna?
I did the letter with the crayon.
All right, then put it back over there. I'm in the middle of something. Can I read it in a minute? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Now can I watch TV?
Now you can watch TV. Okay. Kids. Love them. So, I need to give her a little brother or sister. She's going to be 8, so I think it's time. So anyways, I lost my train of thought. So, mobility. So, yes, I went over the mobility with you. So, she wants to do another one because that was 2 years ago. She wants to know where he is now. Because 6 years ago, when he had one done, his count was really low. Like, really low. Like, so low, we couldn't believe that. Quick little thing. My husband had an affair when we were married. And that's how Johanna came about. It was during an affair. Her mother is deceased now, and we have been raising her since she was 2. So, but that will be a story for another time, you guys. I will do a blog on that and how that came about. But she was just coming in here because we're actually going to go visit her mom's gravesite and release a balloon with a letter. It's something we do every year since I started doing it with her when she was 4. And so my birthday's on Mother's Day, which is Sunday, because today is Friday. So I decided we're going away camping. So I was like, let's do it today. So we can get out of the way. It's not on Mother's Day, but it's still in memory. So anyways, yeah. So we were surprised that she was even conceived because his sperm count was super low. But now it has risen. So we're good. So this is like the paperwork. She gives you paperwork. You have to call the office or whatnot. Make an appointment. He can't ejaculate or anything like that or have sex for 3 days before the test because then it won't be accurate. So there's just all these little there's like a pamphlet in here and stuff like that. So that's on my husband. So my husband has to do that. So we're going to have to figure out a good day and time to do that. So I got this little handy dandy bag. So now talk about me. What happened with me? You guys. So overwhelming. I know I've said that before. But it is. So I got a prescription for Pervera. With the hopes of not needing it. Since I've been getting my periods regularly, hopefully I won't need it, but she said just in case, because she said if I don't get my period by June 1st, which just so happens to be my 11th wedding anniversary with my husband, then I need to take the Pervera. So that's why she gave it to me. So I have a prescription for Pervera. Today we did a whole bunch of blood work. We doing my estrogen levels, my progesterone levels, my HCG to see if I'm pregnant, liver testing, a whole things that half the stuff I don't even understand what it is. Just a whole bunch of letters. So she said because today's Friday, I won't know the results until Monday. So she'll call me on Monday to tell me the results and then kind of go from there. She said the next thing to do is, like I just told you, if I don't get my period by June 1st, if I'm not pregnant, if I don't get my period by June 1st, then I have to start the Pervera. And then I have to go in for what they call day 3 testing for, to check my levels. Then, I guess after my period, let me see. Between cycle days 6 and 12, so you only have like a 6-day window, I have to go in for a saline ultrasound. So, it's pretty much checking out my fallopian tubes and also while they're there, she wants to do I have to do a biopsy. I'm trying to think of the name. I lost it. I don't know. You have to take a biopsy to make sure I don't have endometriosis. That's pretty much what it is. And then obviously the number 5 is the semen test, which we're going to do prior. We're just going to get that done. And then after all that is said and done, then we're going to have a follow-up appointment with all my results and kind of go over what the next step is. Now, with that being said, she told me, and I say this with a very heavy heart, she told me because of my BMI, or being too fat, I don't have the option of IVF. Just saying it out loud kind of makes me a little sad. She said because with women with high BMI, it's more life-threatening, I guess, because of the anesthesia. So it's something that would have to be done at a hospital with hospital staff instead of doing it at the clinic in the room. She said if that ends up being an option, it would be very it would be very expensive, like very expensive. And insurance don't cover it. So I just feel like now this is what I needed, I guess, to really focus on my weight. Because if IUI don't work, my only option would be IVF. And if that's off the table, then I don't have any hope. Like, I'm really sad about the news that she gave me today, you guys. Because I always thought that IVF would be the thing I needed. But now that's off the table, as of right now. So I really gotta focus and get my shit together because I need to have that. If IUI don't work, I need to at least try at least one cycle of IVF. Even if I go bankrupt doing it, like I have to at least try, because I'll always have those what ifs in the back of my mind for the rest of my life. So yeah. I'm sorry, hold on. Okay. Sorry, you guys. So, get off that subject. So, anyways, she also wants to check my thyroid because 2 years ago when she checked my thyroid, it was right on the borderline, as well as do a fasting for diabetes because last time I was borderline as well. So she goes, if I'm borderline or if I'm at least a 7, she wants to put me on metformin to try and reduce the insulin thing, whatever, the resistant thing. So with that being said, that's pretty much in a nutshell what happened in the appointment. Like I said, you guys, a lot of information. I know there's a lot of things that I'm leaving out only because I don't remember everything that we talked about. I should have recorded, even if it was in my purse, I should have recorded, but I didn't. So next time I know better. So on my next checkup, I definitely will record, even if it's in my purse, so that way I know everything that she said. Because I know my husband's going to ask me all these questions, and I'm probably not going to have any answers for them. But we'll see what happens. So, anyways, there was something else I wanted to say, and I'm not really remembering. So that is, right now, the steps. I have 6 steps here that I have to do before we even start. So she said that she wants to, if everything comes back okay, if I'm not pregnant right now and everything comes back okay, then she wants to start do the process for the IUI. So I'm all on board. I'm all for it. The sooner the better. Like, I could have done it yesterday. So it was so crappy because I could have done more testing if my period didn't end when it did. Like, I wish my period started a couple days ago compared to ending a couple days ago. But it is what it is. So, can't change it. Only can move forward, you guys. So it's like, now I feel like I'm like stuck for a month to figure out so it's like a cycle lost. Very saddening. Saddening. Yeah, that's not a word. So you guys, if you have any questions, if you want to give me any advice, if you've been through this and you know exactly what I'm talking about, please leave it down below. All support helps. So please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to follow my journey. I'm going to try and blog as often as I can. Sunday is my birthday, so I'm going away. So I'm going to have a relaxation. Now knowing that there's a possibility, even though a small possibility that I may be pregnant, I'm not going to drink like I planned on. Because that small possibility is still there. So I got to think about that. So, but I still have fun doing whatever I do without drinking. So, yeah. So, like, subscribe to follow my journey. And as always, you guys, please comment below. I can't wait to start getting comments so I can, see what you guys have to say. And so, yeah. So, on to the next part of my journey, you guys.